All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Transitional Vocational Programs Employment Preparation Certificate Graduation Celebration. My name is Craig Baskett, and I'm the Program Administrator for the Transitional Vocational Program at Mount Royal University. First off, I'd like to direct your attention to the screens for the singing of the National Anthem. Wonderful. Thank you. I'd like to begin by acknowledging that Mount Royal University is located on the traditional territories of the Nicholson and the people of the Treaty 7 region in southern Alberta, which includes the Siksika, the Piikani, the Kainai, the Tsuut'ina, the Îyârhe Nakoda. We are situated on the land where the Bow River meets the Elbow River. The traditional Blackfoot name of this place is Mohkinstsis, which we now call the City of Calgary. The City of Calgary is also home to the Métis Nation. I'd also like to thank the national anthem singer, Mrs. Hannah Pagenkopf, and the pianist, Susan Pagenkopf. So, we are so glad we've been able to come together today for this special event with measures in place for everyone's safety. Just a reminder, please stay in your vehicle throughout the ceremony and follow the safety protocols that were shared on the big screens earlier and on the TVP Grad 2010 website. Thank you. Just before I go any further, I just want to let you know, we want to hear from you this morning. So we want to hear your horns, honk your horns. Instead of clapping, let's hear those horns. So how about a trial run? Let's hear those horns. Woo! That's awesome. Thanks, everyone. That's great. We have a number of people on the stage today who are here to celebrate and honor our graduates. They are Dr. Brad Mahone, the Dean of the Faculty of Continuing Education and Extension, Michelle Chevrier, the Instructor and Placement Coordinator, and she was the Program Administrator last year when you were all students in the program, and our employment specialists, Samantha Giltner, Miles Kelly, and Carly Ousdahl. So again, please join me in welcoming them. That's awesome. That's wonderful. I'd also like to welcome all the friends, family, and supports of students who we know had a huge role in making this day possible. Again, let's give them a big honk, everyone. Woo! And finally, and most importantly, I'd like to give a huge congratulations to the graduating class of the Employment Preparation Certificate Program for 2019-2020. Woohoo! That's just awesome. Today we're going to start the program with some words of congratulations from the Mount Royal President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. Tim Rawley. Please.
Good morning, everyone. I'm so glad to be part of the TVP celebration today. And it's a very special celebration indeed. Graduates, it's because you have completed the employment preparation program. You've shown that you are independent, you're positive, you're organized, and you have job skills. And you did this during the pandemic, moving from face-to-face to online, which is a bit of a challenge. But you kept going, you persevered, you showed your determination. And for that, I think you deserve a very extra special congratulations. You should feel very proud of yourself. Another reason that today is a very special celebration, because it's TVP's 40th birthday at Mount Royal University. And if you add a couple zeros to 40, that's the number of adults who have been part of TVP here. 4,000, an amazing number. I'm so glad that TVP has been part of the MRU community, and I look forward to it being part of our community for at least another 40 years. I say that because I think it's our job to help people learn, to grow, to nurture them, and to really develop a sense of diversity, inclusion, and equity. Graduates, you have the knowledge, the hands-on experience, and the skills to make your mark in the world. Please remember at Mount Royal, you have a community that believes in you, and I believe in you. I look forward to hearing about all your successes, and remember, you'll always have a home here at MRU, so please stay in touch. Thank you, and congratulations again.
Great. Awesome. Thank you, Tim. And now Dr. Brad Mahone, the Dean of our faculty, the Faculty of Continuing Education Extension, would like to offer his congratulations to the graduates.
Thank you, Craig. Usually at this time of year, we would be gathering at the annual brunch celebrating the employment prep grads. It's an event that I look forward to every fall. I really enjoy seeing all of our graduates, but also I enjoy seeing and meeting all of the family and friends who join us to celebrate your success. It's always a wonderful time. While this year's celebration is decidedly different, what is unchanged is my sincere congratulations on your achievement. It may be a little bit harder for me to see all of you and your friends and family through all of those windshields, but I know that you're out there, and I know how proud they are of you too. So congratulations on your achievement in a year unlike any other in the 40-year history of the TVP. The Transitional Vocational Program has been described as the heart of Mount Royal University. For 4 decades, TVP has led by example with its promise to students of empowerment, teamwork, professionalism, accountability, and respect. This year, those values are more important than ever. Like many students at Mount Royal, you had to deal with the isolation that comes from not being face-to-face with your classmates and with your instructors. You were faced with switching to online learning, and this, provided some technological challenges for some of us. A little bit later this morning, you're going to hear from one of your classmates who had a hard time adjusting to the change. But he kept going. He asked for support and he got it. He made a plan and he stuck to it. Like your classmate, you too kept going. You continued to look for work. You continued to find volunteer opportunities. You continued to keep learning through courses and workshops such as job safety skills, all of which improves your employability. The experience you've gained during these tough times at Mount Royal and within the broader community will serve you well in the future. You've learned by doing. You have flexed your resiliency muscles, and in doing so, you've shown yourself to be capable and you've shown yourself to be determined. And through it all, you've gained new skills and knowledge, so take pride in that. Mount Royal is proud of you. And I'm proud of our institution's 40-year history with the Transitional Vocational Program. More than 4,000 adults with developmental disabilities have experienced the benefits of being part of TVP at Mount Royal. By completing your studies, you've shown that you're open to learning, to exploring, and to engaging new ways of doing and new ways of thinking. So take what you've learned here and use it to reach the goals that you set for yourself, whether it be at work or in your personal lives. Be a lifelong learner with the world as your classroom. I wish you all the best on the next step of your amazing journey. Now what I'd like to do is I'd like to turn your attention to the big screen over here because we have somebody else who wants to say congratulations to you. It's our mayor, Nahid Nenshi.
Hello, I'm Nahid Nenshi, Mayor of Calgary and proud Mount Royal University professor. I want to congratulate everyone on this auspicious day of the graduation from the Employment Preparation Program. I wish I could be there with you in person to be able to celebrate this milestone in your lives. As I said, I'm also a professor at Mount Royal University. I'm on leave while I'm being mayor, but I have a lot of love for Mount Royal. And one of the reasons I love Mount Royal so much is precisely because of the great work of the Employment Preparation Program. Every single one of you will have the opportunity to live an even better life because of this program. And I want to say congratulations. You worked hard for today. And today is a great day to celebrate for you, for your families, for your loved ones, for your friends on this great milestone. I know you're going to do amazing things, and I hope you will always keep a place for Mount Royal in your heart for helping you on your life's journey. Congratulations, and I cannot wait to see what you do next.
Great. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor, Mayor Nenshi. So we've had the president of the university speak, we've had our dean, Brad Mahone, speak, and we've had the mayor speak. I just think that speaks to why this program's been at Mount Royal for 40 years and supported over 4,000 students. I just think that's remarkable. We were going to try to have a video of one of the first graduates from the program, Jamie. Didn't work out for a variety of reasons, but Jamie, the one thing Jamie did say in our meeting with him was how important all the people he met. So beyond the lifelong learning and all those opportunities, we'd also encourage you to take advantage of those connections you've made through the university. The next person I'd like to invite up is Michelle Chevrier. Now, Michelle, again, I just want to thank her for all her work this past year as the acting program administrator. I think she did a remarkable job, especially given the circumstances that occurred in March. So if I could ask Michelle to come up and give her congratulatory message to the graduates.
Good morning, everybody. I miss every single one of you. I hope everyone's doing well. I wish I could see your faces. All right. All this hand sanitizing. Okay. So good morning, parents, MRU staff, supports, and most of all, graduands. It is my extreme pleasure to be giving the congratulations to the graduates of the Employment Preparation Certificate Program, Class of 2020. These next couple of months will be a celebration of your achievements, your enthusiasm, and most importantly, your future. Today, we say congratulations to what you have accomplished and what you will do in the future. Graduates, today you are writing a chapter in your personal history. I'm going to focus on 3 specific areas that every one of you take away as you graduate that should define you in the future. You have achieved personal success, set goals, obtained them, and overcame challenges. And you have built friendships that can last a lifetime. You can all be very proud. Personal success is something as unique as every one of you. Some define it as perfect attendance. Some define it as stretching through your comfort zone and achieving something new. Some of you look at the learnings of each challenge and even failure as the success you take onto the next challenge. But all of you can stand here today and proudly say, I've succeeded. Setting goals and achieving them is something that every single person struggles with. In fact, I read, and we've discussed in class, that by simply writing down a goal, you have improved the likelihood of achieving it by 10 times. Every single one of you, by standing amongst your peers today, or I guess sitting, you can say that you have set a goal, worked hard, and achieved it. None of you drifted your way through this achievement. You set your mind to the work and you made it happen. You have learned a skill for life, and with diligence, you will make many goals a reality. The last area is the benefit of not just committing to the program you've completed, but of being part of the community. You've built friendships and colleagues and experiences. This piece of paper and the marks that you received will all eventually find boxes or a shelf to live their time in. But the experiences and friendships are a true treasure of your commitment, and one each of you should cherish. I am proud to call you, all of you, a friend, and I love the experiences that I hold dear. So congratulations to the personal success, achievement of goals, and the gift of friendship for every one of our grads. To the grads.
Thank you very much, Michelle. That was wonderful. I'd like to now, it's now my pleasure to present Emma DeWitt, who will be delivering the thanks to the supports on behalf of the graduates. Please watch the screens.
Hi, grads. We did it. I mean, it took us a little longer than what would happen with this year. First of all, I would like to thank all the staff at GVP. I personally like to thank Miles for teaching us the beginning of last year to now. I would like to thank Beverly for the most knowledgeable and fun class. Also, I'd like to thank Jackie for us to get to know how to live by ourselves. To all the employment specialists for helping us with trying to find jobs, and even though it was hard because due to our current situation. To all the parents and family, support family, we would all like to thank you for making this happen for us, for making sure that we were on time. Well, most of us were. Helping us with homework and anything outside of school. I'd like to thank all my classmates. For me, it was a wonderful year. I had lots of memories to cherish and have for a lifetime. Cheers to all the grads. I hope you have a good and fulfilled year. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Emma, for that. It's kind of amazing. I'm going to go off script here for a second. It's kind of amazing that this is November 4th. And I have to say, the heaters are on up here, the sun's shining on us, and it's a giant black box. And I've got a big thick sweater on, so it's getting warm. So anyways, enough about me. Now on to our valedictorian, who was chosen by the staff. The valedictorian for the Employment Prep Certificate Program for the class of 2020 is Lexie Massicotte. Her grades in all subjects throughout the year have been exceptional. She's an extremely high standard of academia and seeks out feedback on her assignments and tests. At work, Lexie took initiative to expand her job duties and to continue to challenge herself. For example, she was asked to add answering phones and customer interactions to her duties during an evaluation at MRU Wellness Services. She actually just worked over there in Wellness Services. Over the Christmas holidays, she volunteered to come in and work when the university was closed. Lexie's applied her learning from the classroom to her work. She puts in applications independently, she communicates with her practicum sites regularly, and follows up on all her applications. She's been focused and motivated throughout the year and has been a great role model for the other students. Lexie has achieved all of the student learning outcomes outlined in the student handbook this year. Wonderful work, Lexie, and now we'll hear from our valedictorian, Lexie Massicotte.
Good morning. My name is Lexie Massicotte. This past year, I was in the Employment Preparation Certificate Program with the Transitional Vocational Program. I am truly honored and grateful to be the valedictorian for 2020. Despite COVID, this has really been an amazing year, full of life experiences, amazing friendships, and growing closer to the person I would like to be. Even though we all had to make big changes and adapt to working remotely, we have all been able to learn so much from each other. I would like to say a huge thank you to everyone I have learned from during the past year. I am so grateful. I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for all of you. Those life lessons will remain with me for my lifetime. I am also so grateful for all the incredible support, mentorship, and leadership from all the teachers in TVP. You guys have taught not only me, but all of us so much. How to be more independent at school, at work, and in life in general. All of your contributions will help me become a better person. Although we are all going on to pursue different paths now and in the future, I hope at least some of us can remain in close contact. I know that all of you will enjoy great success in life, regardless of what form that success may ultimately take. Congratulations to all of you, and again, a very big thanks to the teachers. We all deserve to be really proud of our accomplishments over this past year. Thank you.
Wonderful. Amazing. Wow, I think both Emma and Lexie could get jobs as speechwriters here at the university. Remarkable, remarkable. Our next award is the Robert Hunter Award. This is a scholarship in memory of Robert Hunter, who was an employment preparation program student in the 1990s. Robert died suddenly just before completing his certificate, but he was known as a tremendous leader in the classroom, and this award is part of Robert's legacy. The recipient of this award is selected by their classmates on the basis of who's shown the greatest leadership in the classroom. And I'm really pleased to announce that this year the award goes to Angela Brown. Congratulations, Angela.
I am honored to receive the Robert Hunter Scholarship, and I would like to thank my fellow classmates for recognizing me as a leader in the classroom. I also want to thank the TVP staff for supporting me and gracing me with their knowledge on the ins and outs of the job market. Additionally, I want to thank the Hunter family for this scholarship. Despite the tough times the pandemic has caused, it's been a great year. I wish everyone the best of luck in the future. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Nice work. Thanks so much, Angela. Finally, just in terms of awards, it's time to recognize the student has shown the greatest improvement over the course of the year. Amrit Kandola has shown great improvement in his work ethic, motivation, and his communication skills. His grades, attendance, and punctuality were consistent when attending class at MRU, but once we moved to remote delivery, he became disengaged in his learning experience. But Amrit was willing and committed to improving his grades by communicating his needs and meeting with his instructors and employment specialists to stay on track. He applied strategies put in place by his instructors and employment specialists and supports to help keep him on track and complete all necessary tasks. He showed great effort, dedication, and focus to complete his work by his deadlines to increase his marks. Once he became more familiar and confident with the new online learning environment, he would be early for class and participate in online discussions with his fellow classmates and instructors. Amrit has demonstrated a positive attitude, become more independent and confident in his work, and communicating his needs to be successful in the program. Congratulations, Amrit. Wow, there's some good horns out there. That's awesome. Next, we'll hear from our students' experience at Mount Royal in the workplace we'll hear about our students' experience at Mount Royal and in the workplace from our employment specialists. And we're going to start with Samantha Giltner. Come on up, Samantha.
Good morning, everybody. It's nice to see everybody in person, kind of, from a distance. Maybe what I'll do is I'll ask, as I talk about each student, if maybe you can give just a little honk so I know where you're at in the parking lot. That would be great. So this morning I'm going to start with Blake. Are you out there, Blake? Maybe not, but Blake, over this past year, I've seen tremendous growth with you. At the beginning of the year, you were often quiet and sometimes reluctant to reach out for help with assignments or ask questions when you were unsure about something. However, as this year progressed, you started working at Synthes, transitioned to remote delivery, and you started to advocate more for yourself. You let me and your employer know when you needed something or if you had questions. This is a great skill you have developed throughout this year, and I hope you keep it up. I know you only had a short time working at Synthes, but you had already developed good quality control, improved your work speed, and became part of their team. During your time at Mount Royal, you were able to develop some friendships and had strong peer relationships with your other classmates. You have accomplished a lot during your time with the Employment Preparation Certificate Program, and I wish you all the best in the year to come. Emma. There you are, Emma. Your drive and commitment to getting a job this year was fantastic. Throughout the year, you developed strong friendships with your peers, you were a role model for others, and you never gave up. I could always count on you to follow through on applying for jobs, attending interviews, and putting your best foot forward for classwork. I was thrilled that all of your hard work paid off, and you managed to apply everything you learned this year to secure your own job at Walmart over the summer. Not to mention, it was one of the hardest times to get a job. You have a drive for personal growth and a strong work ethic to back that up. I am happy you have decided to go on and pursue your goal of working in the childcare industry, and I wish you all of the best with getting your childcare certificate from Bow Valley College this year. All the best and good luck with continuing your studies. Tori. Is Tori here this morning? There you are, Tori. Over the past year, I have seen you develop more independence and take responsibility for your own learning. I remember at the start of this year, you reported feeling a bit overwhelmed and stressed with all of the classwork and all of the homework that you had to complete. But you were able to move past those challenges and grow. You have always shown an eagerness to work and have been clear on your goals from day one of working with children. You learned a lot about what it is like to work in a daycare setting versus a private nanny setting, and you have always done an exceptional job connecting with the kids. This year, you successfully completed a work practicum with Kids and Company, started a practicum at Trico that was unfortunately cut short, and you are now starting a new adventure in getting your childcare certificate through Columbia College in the new year. I hope over the next year we can work together to reach your goals of getting your childcare certificate and obtaining employment in the childcare industry. I have seen you apply much of what you have learned in classes to practice, and I am impressed with your ability to apply and secure job interviews. Keep up the great work, and I can't wait to see what this next year holds. TJ. Good morning, TJ. I have always appreciated your willingness to listen and receive and give feedback. You take responsibility if you make a mistake. This past year has had some challenges with learning to follow a changing schedule and competing priorities. However, you have always been able to bounce back and get yourself on track when things have fallen off to the side a bit. An example of this is when we had to transition to the online environment. At first, this was a challenge, but you were able to adapt and navigate your way through to find success in a new way of doing things. Your work at IKEA as a greeter was exemplary. You always provided excellent customer service. You fit in well with your coworkers, and you showed great pride in your work. This year, you have started a new position at Soap for Hope and have fit right in again. You continue to show a positive work attitude. And throughout this year, you have learned many new skills, such as customer service, organization, cleaning, sorting, and teamwork skills. Continue to keep up the great work, and I look forward to working with you for another year. Manik is not able to be here today, but he's hopefully joining us through the live stream. So Manik, this year you worked a lot on social skills and understanding different types of relationships. You worked on developing and understanding friendships, coworker relationships, professional relationships, and acquaintances. You have always been a polite and motivated young man. You have had a great attitude throughout this year, and you always would say good morning and check in. Even though we were not able to find a practicum placement this year, there were many different things that you were able to learn and take away from your classes. With your peer relationships and your job search process. I enjoy going to interviews and hiring fairs with you and seeing your growth throughout this past year. I wish you all the best in the years to come. Lexie. I know Lexie's here somewhere. There you are. Good morning, Lexie. First and foremost, congratulations on being this year's valedictorian. You are a great role model for your peers. Throughout this year, you have taken what you learned in classes and applied that to the job search process and into the worksite environment as well. Your main employment goal this year was to secure an entry-level position working in a vet clinic. However, even though that didn't happen, you did do an excellent job building your transferable skills, starting with the Mount Royal Wellness Services, where you were able to learn administrative tasks and kind of take initiative there. At your work practicum, you were always asking for new learning opportunities and expanding your job tasks. And after successfully completing your work practicum, you were able to stay motivated and work diligently to find that next opportunity, even in the face of a difficult job market. In classes, you were always an exemplary student who was respectful, dedicated, and hardworking. This year, you have already taken on part-time classes and began to pursue additional education at Mount Royal University in academic upgrading. I know all of your hard work and dedication will pay off, and I am looking forward to working with you for another year. Diego is another student that couldn't join us today, but should be joining us on the live stream. Diego completed a lot of great career exploration, and he pushed himself to try new things throughout this year. Diego was interested in computer design and had done some great independent studying and projects on the topic. Throughout the year, Diego was able to complete an online portfolio and showcase his work by conducting an informational interview over the phone. Diego pushed himself out of his comfort zone by following through on cold calls and asking questions to learn more about how his passion could translate into the world of work. Diego and I also worked on learning about entry-level positions and what type of work Diego could get now as a stepping stone for his long-term careers. Although Diego was not able to get a work practicum this year, he was involved around the campus and completed some volunteering and self-growth activities. Diego, you are a kind and gentle person, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Logan. Good morning, Logan. Throughout this year, you have worked hard on improving follow-through and remembering changing schedules, homework assignments, and classes. Although balancing the competing priorities and managing independent schedules has been challenging at times, you stay focused on building your organizational skills and continue to work on following through. You started a work practicum at Grey Eagle Event Center as an usher, and you were learning how to interact with guests, provide direction, and show people to their seats. You did an excellent job approaching customers with a smile, and you were always eager to help. Although the practicum came to an end after about a month, you are now applying that same positive attitude to your job search and channeling that energy into finding your next job. Fingers crossed that the upcoming interview on Thursday will turn into the next great job. In classes, you are always willing to participate and encourage many good discussions about various topics with your peers and with your teachers. I am excited to work with you for another year in employment assistance. Congratulations on all of your hard work and a great year. Congratulations to all of my students.
Thank you, Samantha. Employment Specialist Miles Kelly will now speak about the students he supports in the Employment Prep Certificate Program. Miles. Whoops. Thanks, Maggie.
We'll continue on with the honking of the horn when we're acknowledging my students. Okay, so we'll start off with our Robert Hunter Award recipient, Angie. All right, so Angie, soon after starting TVP, Angie had a goal of working at the Calgary Zoo. She was persistent and willing to take any opportunity that was given to her if it meant she could be at the zoo. Eventually, Angie had the opportunity to be a volunteer, and she jumped on that opportunity. When she started her volunteering, there was a plan to also have her doing a work practicum alongside her volunteer position. However, due to COVID, a potential work practicum has been put on hold until 2021. Angie continues to volunteer at the zoo and is very much enjoying her time there, especially when she is stationed by the gorillas. Angie is taking another year with TVP, and I cannot wait to see what she can accomplish this year. Next, we have Chantel. Couple of hunks for that one, all right. So right from the beginning, Chantel knew she wanted to be working with children, and when there was an opportunity to do a work practicum at Trico, she took it. At Trico, Chantel engaged with the children through play and crafts, and was also responsible for planning some of the arts and crafts and activities for these children. With hard work and dedication, Chantel earned herself a paid position at Trico. Unfortunately, this position was put on hold due to COVID, with the plan of returning being sometime in 2021. Even though this position is on hold, Chantel has proven she has a bright future with working with children, and I wish her the best of luck. Next, we have Daniel. All right, so Daniel, outgoing, confident, and personable are some traits that describe Daniel. These traits are also needed to be successful when you want to be working with children or coaching children in sports, which is what Daniel's vocational goals were coming into TVP. During his first year at TVP, Daniel was successful in classes and focused his job searching on his vocational goals. Job searching was put on hold in March due to COVID. However, Daniel is registered for another year with TVP, and I look forward to helping him achieve his vocational goals. Next, we have David. I think he's right up at the front there. Yeah. All right. So David came into the program with a focused goal, and that goal was to work at a gym. Before starting TVP, David had worked at Mount Royal's Fitness Center as a gym assistant for about 2.5 years. And also take into account that David is a competitive power lifter, it's evident that he is very comfortable in a gym setting. David was able to build on his gym assistant experience when he started a work practicum as a gym monitor assistant at Trico. David worked hard, learned his tasks, and was making a name for himself. And as with all the other students, COVID put David's work practicum on hold. During his time off from Trico, David was able to find a job at a medical equipment warehouse and has been very successful at that job. David is still wanting to return to Trico, and when he does, that means he'll be working 2 jobs and training for his powerlifting. I'm not sure which is stronger, his deadlift or his work ethic, but both are very impressive. David is with TVP another year, and I look forward to seeing everything he can accomplish this academic year. Next, we have Trent. Okay. Trent's vocational goal this year was to work in a grocery store. Trent definitely had the personality to fit that position, as he was personable, professional, and had a willingness to help. Trent started a work practicum at Save On Foods as a grocery clerk, and during his time there, he developed his skills in this role. Trent does not shy away from feedback and was able to use this feedback to improve his work performance. Trent was on his way to becoming hired at Save On Foods, but COVID put a damper on that plan. Trent also had to make the difficult and respectable decision of not returning to Save On Foods during the pandemic. Even though Trent enjoyed working at Save On Foods and he was getting close to being hired on, he put his family first and declined the opportunity to return to work. It was great getting to know you, Trent, and I wish you the best of luck in the future. Tracey? Okay. Tracey came into the program with the goal of working with clothing in any capacity. So when there was an opportunity to do a work practicum at Goodwill, she was happy to take it. Tracey began her work practicum at Goodwill and was working on learning and developing her skills in her position. In March, her work practicum was put on hold and there was no certainty as to when she would be able to return. But Tracey was very motivated to return to Goodwill and would follow up with me about once every 3 weeks to see if Goodwill was able to resume her work practicum. In October, Goodwill was able to resume Tracey's work practicum, but due to new worksite protocols, she would be doing some different tasks. Tracey was not opposed to these changes to her work practicum and was happy to return to Goodwill. Tracey is with TVP for another year, and I look forward to helping her gain her new skills at her new role at Goodwill. Ariana? Okay. Ariana's initial goal when she started TVP was to be working with kids or animals. After some time looking for a job in these areas, she realized that she needed to broaden her scope and look at different work goals. Looking at her past work experience in high school, Ariana drew on her past experience of stocking and added that to her work goals. Ariana is with TVP another year, and I look forward to helping her achieve her job goals. Patrick? Coming into the program, Patrick's job goal was to be working in a car parts store. With his interests in cars, this job goal definitely matched his interest. Starting in October, Patrick searched for a while and applied to several parts stores, with the typical response being, apply again in spring. Well, we all know how spring went. So, with work practicums being put on hold, Patrick changed his vocational goal. Patrick has now focused his time on acquiring his security license by completing the Alberta Basic Security Training. Patrick is with TVP for another year, and I look forward to working with Patrick to help him achieve his goal of being a security guard. And congratulations to all my students. Thank you.
Thank you, Miles. Employment specialist Carly Ousdahl will now share some of her student experiences. Carly.
Good morning, everyone. Let's continue with those horns. It's really great to hear you guys out there. Yeah, good. We'll start off with Mamie. Where are you at? Hey, Mamie. Mamie came into TVP with the goal of gaining experience in the childcare environment. Before coming to TVP, Mamie received her Level 1 childcare certificate and had previous experience volunteering at the Boys and Girls Club in Calgary. Mamie had an opportunity to gain work experience at Kids & Co. Daycare, where she was able to assist the classroom teacher in reading and playing with the children, preparing the classroom for different activities, and helping with meal preparation and quiet time. Mamie took pride in her work and challenged herself to become a leader in the classroom. Mamie consistently showed a calm, patient, and friendly attitude and became a role model for all 24 students in that classroom. Mamie has always shown a positive attitude towards her learning experience, whether it be in class or in job finding group, and has put forth the effort to reach her goals. This winter, Mamie will continue to grow her knowledge in early learning and childcare by pursuing her Level 2 childcare certificate at CDI College, and also continue with a second year of employment assistance. Mamie, I look forward to working with you over this next year.
Unfortunately, Sebastian couldn't be with us today, but Sebastian is a very dedicated, hardworking individual who is determined to succeed. Sebastian joined TVP with a goal of becoming more independent. Sebastian wanted to expand his experience in the landscaping industry and successfully landed employment with Summit Property Management as a general laborer. Because Sebastian had great attention to detail and pride in his work, he became a valued team member with the Summit Group. Sebastian built confidence and was open to learning new tasks of working with tools and different landscaping equipment. Although Sebastian's work ended due to COVID, he continued to be a diligent student by exploring alternative opportunities and working on the feedback given during his work experience. Sebastian is registered for a second year with TVP, and I'm looking forward to seeing where his opportunities grow. Amrit. Amrit, being this year's most improved student is well-deserved. Congratulations. Over the past year, Amrit has shown tremendous growth in both the classroom and job finding group. Although Amrit was shy and quiet coming into the program, he really started to come out of his shell as the school year went on. If you want to get Amrit talking, he has a real love for movies. Coming into the program, Amrit had the vocational goal of working at a theater where he would be surrounded by his love for movies. Although opportunities at the theater were limited, Amrit continued to work hard and apply to positions in grocery stores and the mall. This year presented challenges when we moved to remote delivery, but Amrit worked hard and was able to adapt by using the knowledge and skills he had learned in the classroom and to stay committed to his learning experience. Amrit, your dedication and motivation to push through such challenging times was outstanding, and I wish you great success in your future endeavors. Fouad. Hey, Fouad. So, Fouad is a friendly and polite person who consistently shows a positive attitude and is always eager to learn. At the beginning of the school year, Fouad was a bit quiet, but it didn't take long for him to start forming friendships with his fellow classmates and enjoying the university experience. Fouad's motivation has been consistent throughout the year and has allowed him to gain confidence and increase his communication skills. Fouad came into the employment prep program with an interest in technology and is very knowledgeable and skilled when it comes down to working with computers. When we moved to remote delivery, Fouad was in his element. At times, he was able to offer assistance to others, including myself, on how to access and use different computer programs. Fouad has returned for a second year at TVP, and I look forward to watching him continue to learn through the opportunities he's presented this year. Alishba? Alishba came into the program with a genuine interest for fashion. With her positive and friendly attitude, it was obvious Alishba was excited to be starting school, to learn new skills, get more experience, and to meet new people. Alishba had the opportunity in a work experience at Goodwill, where she was trained in the front of the store to assist with the fitting room, and the back of the store, where she would sort and organize clothing. Because of Alishba's friendly and outgoing attitude, she was able to provide a positive shopping experience for the customers and worked well with her coworkers. Unfortunately, this experience was put on hold, but Alishba continued to attend job finding group and the remote delivery of classes to finish out her year. Alishba, I wish you all the best in your future opportunities. Andy took his acceptance to TVP seriously and was dedicated to his learning experience from day one. Andy has shown focus, independence, and a strong work ethic both in the classroom and job finding group. Andy came into the program with the goal of working in a library. Andy showed motivation and put in the hard work to prepare for a work practicum here at the Mount Royal Library. Although COVID put a hold on Andy's opportunity at the campus library, he took it in stride and did not become discouraged. Andy continued to apply the knowledge he learned over the year and committed to his remote learning and stayed open to other opportunities. Andy will continue with TVP for a second year, and I'm really looking forward to working with him. Next, we have Jessica. Jessica came to TVP as a shy and quiet individual. As Jessica became more familiar and comfortable with her new learning environment, she began to ask more questions, explore different vocational opportunities, and made friends. Jessica has a strong interest in helping others and working with children. Jessica had the opportunity to get some experience working with kids through a work experience at Trico. Jessica worked in the First Steps childcare program where she took part in reading and playing with the children and assisting the teacher with meals and making sure the environment was clean. Her dedication, hard work, and positive attitude through her time at Trico was great to see. Jessica continues to dedicate time to her learning by taking part-time classes and will continue with a second year at TVP. I'm looking forward to seeing what experiences Jessica will be open to this year. And Giuseppi. So to complete the TVP class of 2020, Giuseppi. Although he can be shy, Giuseppi is a person who will always greet you with a smile, and his positive and friendly attitude allows him to get along with anyone. Giuseppi's openness to feedback has given him the opportunity to build on his skills and work towards becoming a more independent person. Giuseppi's vocational goal coming into TVP was to gain more experience and work in an environment where he could help people, an area of interest being the local grocery store. Giuseppi is now in his second year at TVP and continues to search for these opportunities to broaden his experience. I look forward to continuing to work with you over this year, Giuseppi. I just want to say congratulations to my students and all other students and their families and supports. What a great day it is to celebrate you.
Thank you, Carly. And thank you to Miles, Samantha, Carly, and Jordan and Kaylin as well, the employment specialists for the past year supporting the students. I think they've done a remarkable job, especially when we had to pivot from the face-to-face to online remote delivery. So how about a shout out for the employment specialists? Woo! I'm very happy I got to use the word pivot too. It seems to be the word of the year. I'd like to take one final moment to celebrate our graduates, and I'd ask that you take a few minutes to watch the following slideshow of your year in review. Wonderful. Beautiful. I always get a kick out of that. I just think, and thanks to Michelle for putting that together. A couple of final points before we wrap up. I do really want to take a moment to acknowledge Ruth Miles and Maggie Scheiman and the entire team who worked just incredibly hard. You don't know how much work went on in the background to get this all prepared. So a big shout out to Ruth, Maggie, and the entire team. Thank you so much. Wonderful. I know there have been a couple questions asked about the certificates. We're not entirely sure ourselves. I know some have picked them up, but not everyone. So what we'll do is we'll figure out what's going on, and we'll send you all an email just to clarify how you get your justly deserved employment preparation certificates. So on that note, thank you. This concludes this morning's program. If you could please follow the directions of the parking attendants to the appropriate exits. Please wait until you're directed to vacate the parking lot. And thank you so much, everyone, for coming. Stay safe, stay healthy. Goodbye. And again, congratulations. Woo-hoo.